Welcome back to our community. Susie Thomas visiting with David Chapman and Dwayne Henderson from the Wilderness Center Woodcarvers Club. You've got a show coming up. Dwayne, you mentioned that one of the things that got you interested in this was going to those shows. What's happening and when and what can we find there?
They have the show. It starts September 15th and the 16th of this year, Saturday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Sunday 1 p.m. to 4:30 p.m.
Nice. All right. And what will we find there?
Oh, my word.
A little bit of everything. Just a little bit of everything.
Yeah, we've got fellows from 7 different counties that are involved with our club, or they might not be actual in our club, but from some of the other clubs that always join us during that time. And they'll be bringing in some of their stuff that they do. And like you said, we got chip carvers, we've got relief carvers, we got animal carvers, we got
wood burning.
Oh, wood burning. That's another whole other area. That's right. All right, September 15th and 16th, that means that this is a perfect way to go. Is anything for sale?
Oh, the fellows will have stuff for sale if they're interested.
All right. I'm thinking if you want to find a gift that you will not find anywhere else, because every single one is one of a kind.
Yep, one of a kind.
So, wow. And what kind of price range are we talking about to be able to come to the Wilderness Center on September 15th and 16th and do our early Christmas shopping?
As far as the show itself, grab your pocketbooks.
Okay.
It's free.
What?
Yep.
What? Well, okay, I need to talk to you guys about fundraising a little bit.
Well,
you could charge admission.
We could, but we're more interested in sharing our enthusiasm of the art forms.
Wow.
And trying to look for folks to that might be interested in looking at ways of investing their time other than watching the television or staring at a game on the computer, and using their time in a more creative form. And we are, matter of fact, going to have beginners classes starting in October.
Neat. When?
They'll be every Saturday in the month of October, and we will meet from 9:30 till noonish, say, every Saturday. And anybody who would like to learn the basics of wood carving and safety, that's what we're there for. And if you like, we'd love to have you come, and we'll teach you that information, and you can become a part of our club if you like also.
I'd like to dispel some myths. First of all, you've already mentioned Wanda, so this is not a group of guys. And also, I know for sure of a young man, very young man, I think he was in junior high or maybe elementary school when he got involved with it. He was just interested in it. So this is not all retired guys, right?
No.
This is just a group of whoever is interested in doing this.
Absolutely.
What do you suggest as a good way to get started? If you are a young person and you want to get started, I'll just say there, my father used to work with our kids and have them carve soap. And then that was something, they were using a very dull knife, and they couldn't hurt themselves, and it was fairly easy to get them started that way. Is that what you would suggest?
That's for young folks, I would say, 7, 8, 9 years old. That is a perfect way. We make our soap carving tools out of popsicle sticks.
Yes, perfect.
And a matter of fact, I worked with some kids at the Worcester Christian School this past spring, and spent some time with them, and we did some little base, simple animal objects.
Yes.
And the kids had a ball, and of course I love kids, so I was like a big kid with the little kids.
What a fun thing. And even maybe if someone's got a scout troop or something like that,
perfect.
Bring them on down to experience this sometime. Plus,
sure.
see
If they're
the
looking
Wilderness
to
Center.
accomplish some kind of, I think there is a carving badge or something, if I remember correctly. Yeah, absolutely. We would be glad to work with any scout troops if they're interested. I've worked with senior citizens, going to some of their senior citizens groups that they have. So I guess we are willing to tell the story wherever we can go and tell the story. You know?
Very cool. All right. Well, get this on the calendar. September 15th and 16th, absolutely free at the Wilderness Center. How many carvers will be represented there?
Oh, my. I would say probably over 20.
Wow.
To say we're still formulating the final numbers on that. But I think right now we'll probably have, I would say, between 20 and 25 different carvers there. And now the event is free. Mm-hmm. The food, that's where we try to make a few bucks. Okay. And I can guarantee and attest to the food, it will warm your tummy. It'll give you a head start for larding up for winter. Good. And also, of course, to purchase, if anybody has things for sale, of course, there'll be an expense there.
Is it kind of a combination, just a demonstration of some of the neat things that they have, but of course some things not for sale, and then others that you can purchase? Is it sort of a combination of both?
Yes.
Will there be any demonstrations where a person is working on it and you can watch it happening?
I'm so glad you asked that question, because we've got a fella who is considered one of the world's best in chainsaw carving.
Oh my goodness!
Pat Hobart, and his friend and cohort Jim Reese is going to Jack Reese.
Uh-huh. That's fine.
That's what happens when you get old.
No.
Anyway, are going to be there, and they'll be doing some chainsaw carving on Saturday morning. And boy, I'll tell you what, you get a chance to check that out in action. That is something to behold.
Very cool.
I mean, it's mystifying to watch those guys in action, what they can produce in a short period of time.
You're going to have a very special table of pieces from people who are no longer with us, but who were once very involved. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, we're going to have what we call a memorial table. And we have had over the years some guys in our group that, I wish they were still around.
So do I.
Special, talented people. And their families have agreed to allow us to borrow for the weekend some of their stuff that they've done and put on display at that table, so you can see the trail that has been blazed for us guys that are here today, and the high standards that we have to live up to, so to speak, because they've set the bar very high.
You're doing them proud, I know. Can you tell us maybe some of the things we might find on that?
Well, one of the fellas there that you might be familiar with, he was a master of motion, as I call it. He was into carving things that moved and had animation to them. And he, how do I want to say? You could probably explain that better than I could, Susie.
Well, could you possibly be talking about my dad?
Yeah,
okay.
By George.
Yes, Ken Ward. And he was very involved in Carver's Club. And he did. Every Christmas, he would create some kind of a fun paddle toy, we called them. And it would almost look like, those paddles that you bounce a ball against. But he would start with a paddle. He would drill some holes in it. And then it would be whatever he decided was going to be on top moving. And he did a little paddle toy of Noah and his ark and the animals helping to build that ark. So you've got the lion's tail being the paintbrush and, going back and forth. As you twirl the paddle, a weight at the bottom pulls on each of the pieces on top and makes them move. So you have a monkey with a monkey wrench. You have, moving it back and forth and so forth. It's just amazing. You talk about a person being able to look at something and see something else. That was always amazing to see what, it started with kids decorating a Christmas tree or people just having a Thanksgiving dinner. golfers being upset on the golf course. One guy keeping score, one guy breaking his golf club over his knee, another guy putting. But how, as you twirl the paddle,
The whole story is
the
told.
whole story is told. So these will, you're right, those will be at the table.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to it.
They're fun.
I think it's going to be great.
Well, that's going to be fun. And other than Ken Ward, can you give me names of some of the people that will be represented?
Another fella, Dick Gish, another guy that a mastermind and great at detail. We hope to have some of his stuff there. Another gentleman by the name of Patterson, was it Ron Patterson, from the Dover New Philly area. We hope to have some of his stuff there. Those are three people that come right off the top of my head.
Yeah. Going to be fun. All right. And so good food.
Yes.
And shopping and demonstrations, and you're able to see what's going on as well.
Yeah, you can come and cut up with us, as I say.
Cut up together. It's too fun. Dwayne, so you're not sorry you've joined, right?
Not sorry.
What's special about this?
The friends that you meet, that you make, and before you never knew they existed, and it's just a bunch of fun guys. You can get together and talk about carving, talk about your new carving knife you just got, anything and everything. You end up talking about family. Just sit around and just have fun.
Have you surprised yourself with how good you are at this at some point?
And he is good.
Oh, well, my wife, bless her soul, she loved my stuff.
Yeah.
And
now you have others to share it with as well.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I always go to these shows, and I come home and tell her that I'm going to have to throw all my stuff away because it doesn't compare to what I seen at the show. And she said, "No, you're not. No, you're not." And
so lots of decorations around the house, I guess.
yes, we got a little cabinet with all my carvings in there, and a few here and there at the house, and some woodworking stuff. I like to do woodworking, as in, maybe a little sign, birdhouses and stuff like that.
Yes.
So.
Yeah. David, what about you? What's special about it, and have you surprised yourself at all?
Yeah. Actually, I kind of get a smile because folks will come and begin to talk with me, and they see some of the stuff I've accomplished, and they say, "How many years you been doing this?" And I say, about 5, and they kind of look at me kind of weird. They said, "Well, what art school did you go to?" I said, "Hard Knocks." But anyway,
yes.
I had open heart surgery about 5 years ago, and after that is when I began to really focus on and tried to hone my skills in wood carving. And it's been like a job to me. And I get up every morning and I go to work.
Cool.
And it's been a real blessing because up until that time I had no idea that I could do the things I've been able to do.
Yeah, the whole thing's a surprise. Well, Saturday, September 15th, starting at 10. Sunday, September 16th, starting at 1 at the Wilderness Center. Don't miss it. It's totally free. Going to be an amazing show. You get to meet these two fine gentlemen as well. David Chapman and Dwayne Henderson, thanks for what you're doing in our community.
Oh, thank you.
And out there, people, don't forget, it's the Wilderness Center. They got the carving show, yes, but it's the Wilderness Center. You visit.
That's right. Take a walk. Enjoy it.
Yeah.
Thanks so much.